Good day and welcome to Learning Disabilities News. I'm your anchor and today we will be focusing on dyslexia, a condition that affects many school-going children across the world. Dyslexia is a specific learning disorder that affects a child's ability to read, spell, and process written language, despite having normal intelligence and adequate schooling. In today's report, we will explore the diagnosis, functional difficulties, assessments used by occupational therapists, our outcomes for education, and how intervention can improve educational performance.
Dyslexia is a neurodevelopmental condition that primarily affects reading and language processing. Children with dyslexia often present with difficulty with phonological processing, poor spelling and decoding skills, slow reading speed, difficulty understanding written text, and challenges with sequencing letters and words. It is important to note that dyslexia is not caused by low intelligence, laziness, or poor motivation, inadequate schooling. These children often have average or above average intelligence but struggle with specific academic skills.
Functional difficulties. From an occupational therapy perspective, dyslexia significantly impacts the child's occupational performance, specifically in the occupation of education. In the classroom, the child may struggle to read instructions, take longer to complete written tasks, avoid reading and writing activities, have difficulty copying from the board, and show poor spelling and written expression. These difficulties can be analyzed using the OTPF3. Underlying factors is difficulty with attention and consciousness. They are easily distracted and have decreased attention span. Under performance skills is poor praxis, poor task concept, poor processing skills, and reduced confidence and motivation. Under environmental barriers is fast-paced classroom environment and high academic expectations. Under activity demands is reading and writing tasks that can exceed the child's current ability. These challenges reduce the child's ability to engage fully in the occupation of education.
Assessments to use. Assessment 1. The Beery Visual Motor Integration Test, or Beery VMI. This assessment looks at how well a child integrates what they see with how they move their hands. It includes visual motor integration, visual perception without a motor component, and motor coordination. In children with dyslexia, difficulties in these areas may affect handwriting, letter formation, spacing, and the ability to accurately copy work from the board. Assessment 2. The Developmental Test of Visual Perception, or DTVB3. This evaluates both visual perceptual and visual motor skills through subsets such as visual closure, figure ground, form constancy, as well as eye-hand coordination and copying. These skills support recognizing letters, distinguishing between similar words, and processing written material, which may be challenging for children with dyslexia. Assessment 3. AS Clinical Observations. This involves informal observations of eye movements, including tracking, saccades, and fixation. Efficient eye movements are essential for reading as they allow the child to move smoothly across lines of text and maintain their place while reading. Together, these assessments do not diagnose dyslexia but help occupational therapists identify underlying visual motor and perceptual difficulties that may contribute to reading and writing challenges, allowing for more targeted intervention. Let us watch a short video demonstrating one of these assessments in practice.
See this line? There is one more that is the same down below. Let's find it. You point to it. It's not this one, is it? This one is smaller than the one above. It's this one, isn't it? It's just the same as the one above. Can you see this line? Can you point to the one that is the same down below? Okay. Point to the circle below that is the same as this one. Okay, now can you do the rest of them for me on your own, please? And just mark off with the pencil which one is the same. Good job, you did well even on the harder ones for bigger boys and girls.
When looking at setting
determining your long-term and intermediate outcomes, you need to consider what is developmentally appropriate for the child and where they are currently at in their reading and writing ability. For example, if you have a client who is 7 years old and is behind with reading and handwriting, your long-term outcomes may look something like this. In 6 months' time, the child will have improved performance in education by having all pre-writing skills consolidated. This includes copying a triangle, writing out his own name, and copying upper and lowercase letters. Further, he will be able to read 7 printed words competently. This will be accomplished by using visual discrimination techniques, multi-sensory approaches, focusing on recognizing and then forming letters, following along the printed line with his finger, and utilizing special fonts and color-coded systems to help the child to develop this skill.
Following the long-term outcome, you need to consider using your clinical reasoning, what is most foundational and important to work on first. You need to look at the goals of the teacher and family, but also consider the values and interests of the child. Your outcome may be as follows. In 5 weeks' time, the child will have improved letter formation and reading. This will be accomplished through multi-sensory approaches that utilize motor skills such as walking out letter shapes, creating the shapes using their arms, building letters and then learning to write them, and environmental adaptations, such as changing the font of their worksheets, color-coding letters to aid in recognition, and providing lots of visual aids such as pictures to provide word recognition through context clues.
And now for the weather, where we will be looking at the visual perceptual frame of reference. This frame of reference will be used to support reading, writing, and social participation, not to treat the phonological deficits directly. Firstly, on our forecast, we have the principle of remedial strategies to improve deficits in skills. We will use multi-sensory input to improve letter formation. Instead of only writing out the letter, the child will first explore the letter kinesthetically by forming the letter with their body, and then in a 3D plane, by building the letter using forms. By following the sequence of first touching, then seeing and then writing, with aiding the development of the skill. Next in our forecast, we have the principle of integration of lower level skills to improve the development of higher level skills by addressing basic skills such as visual discrimination, form constancy, and visual memory to support the development of higher skills such as letter and word recognition, as well as copying from the board. The basic skills will be addressed in a playful manner, and so with their improvement will come the development of higher skills. Finally, in our forecast, we have the principle of environmental adaptation. Worksheets will be printed in a dyslexic-friendly font to assist with reading. The font reduces letter confusion, visual crowding, and line skipping. The letters have a heavier base to prevent them from flipping when reading. Letters are more visually different to help reduce incorrect identification of similar letters. And the letters have an increased spacing between them, as well as between words, to reduce visual crowding and prevent from skipping words.
Activity involves the child engaging in a word-building task using tiles and movement. The therapist begins by presenting a picture card, for example, a cat, and asks the child to name the object and break the word down into its individual sounds. For example, cat. The child is then required to find the corresponding letter tiles, and place them into the correct order to form the word. Movement is then added before placing each letter. For example, the child may be asked to manipulate their body to the best of their ability to form the letter of the alphabet. So, for example, the first letter of cat is C. Then, when we look at grading, all activities are graded across the sessions. So you increase the difficulty progressively within each session by adding unfamiliar words. They're graded across time, so you go from simple to complex words over the weeks that you're working with the child. And then support, you would reduce therapist assistance gradually and try and increase independence in forming words for the child.
In conclusion, dyslexia affects a child's ability to engage meaningfully in education, but with appropriate assessment and targeted occupational therapy intervention, children can significantly improve their performance and participation. Early identification and structured therapy are essential for the best possible outcomes. Thank you for watching Disabilities News, and thank you to our incredible production team.